Recently, the events unfolding between India and Bangladesh were not just ordinary diplomatic skirmishes, but part of a deeper strategy, one in which India tested its new foreign policy doctrine. It all began with a statement made by Bangladesh's interim leader, Mohammad Yunus, during his visit to China. He referred to India's northeast as a landlocked region and casually hinted at handing over the Siliguri Corridor, also known as the Chicken's Neck, to China. This narrow strip of land is crucial as it connects India's northeastern states to the rest of the country. If China were to gain access here, it would pose a significant threat to India's security and sovereignty. India didn't take this as just another careless remark. It saw it as a calculated strategic signal. Immediately after, Indian Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar sent a strong and unambiguous message during the BIMSTEC summit. He made it crystal clear that India will no longer remain silent and will respond to every word, every move. But the real game began when India suddenly shut down the transshipment facility granted to Bangladesh. This facility had allowed Bangladeshi goods to pass through India and reach other countries. The shutdown sent shockwaves through Bangladesh's garment sector. Factories started closing, workers were laid off, and the Bangladeshi government quickly realized this was not some technical glitch. It was India's deliberate and calculated response. Following that, India hit Bangladesh where it hurt even more. Electricity. Power supply provided through the Adani Group was halted, plunging many parts of Dhaka into darkness. A panicked Bangladeshi government appealed for the power to be restored. India did resume supply, but with a clear warning. Next time, restoration might not be so quick or guaranteed. However, instead of backing down, the Yunus administration made yet another blunder. They halted the import of raw materials from India and attempted to source them from Pakistan instead. But Bangladeshi traders outright rejected this shift, as Pakistani goods were both more expensive and inferior in quality. The situation only worsened from there. Eventually, the Yunus administration was forced to back down. They requested India to resume the supply of raw materials and pleaded for uninterrupted electricity. India said nothing, only smiled. Because true power lies not in shouting, but in speaking only when necessary, and making sure that when you do speak, it leaves an impact. India's entire campaign wasn't just a reaction, it was a strategic trial run, a way to assess how quickly Bangladesh's systems would collapse if India pulled its support. The answer came fast. Within just 3 days, Bangladesh's situation began to unravel. Now, India isn't merely seeking an apology, it wants a shift in policy. The Yunus government must provide a written assurance that it won't collaborate with China against India, especially in matters as sensitive as the Siliguri Corridor and the Northeast. But this issue is not limited to Bangladesh alone. Through this move, India has sent a clear message to other neighboring nations. Nepal, Sri Lanka, the Maldives, who have in recent years drifted into China's orbit. India has shown that any nation that disrespects its strategic boundaries will face serious consequences. Looking ahead, India may also halt investments and connectivity projects in Bangladesh. These projects will now move forward only if Bangladesh publicly aligns itself with India. India has also hinted that if transshipment and power supplies are disrupted again, Bangladesh's economy could come to a standstill and the Yunus government could collapse. That's why the business community and public in Bangladesh are now putting pressure on the government to restore ties with India. Amid this growing internal pressure, cracks may begin to form within the Yunus administration. A new, more India-friendly leader might even emerge before the next elections. India has now turned this incident into a long-term strategy. It will no longer offer benefits freely. Conditions will be laid out. No actions against India, full transparency in strategic partnerships with China, and a commitment to consider India's interests in all major decisions. Furthermore, India will keep a close watch on Bangladesh's internal politics. Reports suggest that India may reactivate old networks to ensure that the next government is pro-India. On the global stage, India might even subtly criticize the current Bangladeshi regime to mount international pressure. This entire episode has made one thing absolutely clear. India's foreign policy has changed. Countries that stand with India will receive full support. Those who turn their backs will face sharp setbacks. Bangladesh now has only two paths. Either walk with India or prepare for political instability and economic collapse. India will not stay silent. It will speak when needed and show its strength when necessary. This is the new Indian doctrine, bringing adversaries to their knees without firing a single bullet. That is true power. Thank you for your time and support. If you found this video informative, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay connected with our latest updates. And yes, hit that bell icon so you never miss a new video. Until next time, Jai Hind.